And welcome back. Wow, that was really bad. But welcome back, guys, to the Pinnacle. This is the last day of the tournament, the final playoffs, I guess. And we are going to see the semifinals between Firebat and DTwo because Firebat just beat Savjs 3-2 in a very exciting series. That was really hype, and I hope that this series can match that or maybe even outdo it. So let's take a look at the brackets really quickly to refresh viewers, stuff like that. If we can load this. Okay, while we wait, StrifeCro, do you have any words for the last series?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess I have some. Last series was very good, but moving forward into the next series is kind of what I want to talk about.
Okay, let's do that.
Something is both players that won the there's two groups, A and B, and StrifeCro won the second group and DTwo won the first group, and it seems like the winners of the group have been doing really well. Like we've already played the right side of the bracket, and StrifeCro has shown that he's just really dominating the group stage, and now just move all the way to the finals. So we'll see if DTwo can really match StrifeCro's performance on the other side, because DTwo is also the winner of the other group. So
yeah, I think StrifeCro has really surprised me with both his plays. Like, there were some really weak plays. For example, he didn't kill the Net Juggler, he killed the Zombie Challenge there. Remember that play?
Yeah, I love that play.
That was really good. And also his deck choices seem to be really on par. I mean, sure, you can play, everybody can say, oh, you bring Zero, you're going to win the turn. But still, you have to kind of like weave into like consideration, do you play Handlock or not? How does that affect your overall matchup against certain things?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, really impressed by StrifeCro this tournament so far. But first, we'll see who has the opportunity to actually face against this great player. DTwo versus Firebat. We'll jump right ahead to their decks. DTwo is going to be running, once again, his Warlock, Warrior, Druid, and Paladin. And over Firebat, once again, Warlock, Hunter, Druid, and Paladin. Like, the only difference between this, similar to last series, is the Hunter and the Warrior difference.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern. I think so many players have decided on Warlock, Druid, and Paladin. It seems like almost every player has Warlock, Druid, and Paladin.
That's
and
right.
For the fourth class, we see some Warriors, some Hunters, and some Mages. I think Hyped and Tides brought Mage. Savjs, D2, Warrior. What did StrifeCro have as the other one? I think he had Warrior as well.
StrifeCro has Paladin, Rogue, Warlock, and Warrior.
Oh, Rogue. Oh, so Rogue is another class for that last slot, huh? But the other three classes seem like it's in every everyone's lineup. So
that's right. And I think all the players kind of like unconsciously agree that Priest is not a deck that you want to bring, which is once again very sad. I'm really sad to hear that. So maybe in a while.
This is why you need to invite yourself to play in these tournaments.
Invite myself, because this game, guys, I'm getting playing. So what do I do here, guys? Yeah, that's gonna be a little awkward, but yeah, we're gonna get games started as soon as it's ready. Once again, guys, it is the coup format, which means that players are able to ban out their opponent's deck after seeing the matchup. They don't have to decide beforehand. I think with this format, it gives a little bit more of a strategy for people to do certain picks and bans, because you're not just automatically banning Warlock all the time, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
And we saw a lot of Warlock games actually go through just because. It's always like, say it goes Warlock versus Warlock, neither player wants to budge, and it's just like,
exactly.
They just go for it, handlock mirror, and it just like goes on. It's cool. Also, if, like, say something like Druid versus Warlock happens, where I think a lot of people like that matchup.
That's true. And I think what we see on the screen right now, is that a double coup? I think we need to check out the app to make sure. That is a double coup. DTwo is going to do it on the Druid, and Firebat is going to do it on the Paladin. Hey, two bans that you don't think will ever happen.
Yeah, it's so weird. I guess we talked about this before, like, it's so weird that there is ever a double queue, because, like, if someone is really incentivized to ban a deck, why would the other person ban it as well? It's really weird, but, I guess sometimes it just happens. I wonder if it's like a mistake by one of the players, or or personal preference. Like there's a lot of variations, like why it can happen, but
that is
theoretically
so weird.
it shouldn't happen, right? Like say I have the better matchup, you queue me. Why would I also queue you? You know, it's like the first match too. So who knows?
Maybe these players are on like a different thinking level because
Different level.
once again, like 100% of the pie, right? If it's 50-50, then why not just play it out? You can't have like a 70% matchup for both players unless they're like they both think they're a favorite. But now
someone's wrong. Then, right?
they both think they're not a favorite.
Exactly.
Druid versus Paladin. So now instead we are gonna see a handlock versus handlock, right?
Wow.
Wait, no, it's not handlock. It's a Paladin, right?
Yeah, Paladin.
Oh my god, there's a Doomsayer. Oh my god. We do know Firebat does run one Doomsayer, huh? So that might come into play here.
I don't even know if it's one. Is it one or two? I mean, we've seen Doomsayer in a couple of these games already. Maybe it's even two, judging by their frequency. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we never saw two before, so I'm just expecting...
Oh, yeah, not in one game.
Right, but you never know, right? You never know.
Except the Elder Peacekeeper is a very important card against Handlock. It allows you to answer the Mountain Giant, even if you don't have the big game hunter, so...
Yeah, but that's kind of interesting. To choose the 1/1 over the shielded minibot or even the Inoritron in a sense, like, what do you think Firebat is thinking right now?
Well, I'm thinking that his hand is very slow here. He doesn't have a lot of pressure, no like BGH, also nothing like equality. So I think Firebat isn't trying to rush D2 down into Molten range. He just wants to take this game slow and get a lot of value from his hero power. So play it slow. He has a high mana curve with Lotheb and Dr. Boom. So
exactly, and now the owl pickup is going to actually kill off a Twilight Drake for free with one of the 1/1s. I think that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, that's like the best deal.
The best deals everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that, and you get to refresh your dude as well. So you're kind of like pinging it with your hero power.
Yeah, exactly. Like preemptive pinging. Dude is like a preemptive ping, right?
You're right. It does store the charge, right? And if you never use the ping and just go with phase, it's always going to be there, so you can stack your pings.
Yeah, it's stronger. It's like a minion. But also making dudes every turn is like super threatening because of the quartermaster potential as well.
Exactly. Well, I'm pretty sure that the outdoor might come down here because, I mean, you do not really want to take 8 damage to the face. And you also have 5 mana, so that actually curves in perfectly to just make another dude.
Yeah. I'm definitely expecting Aldor, go face. I wonder what... Do you make a dude here now that the giant is out? Or maybe you can do something like a Noitron? I guess a Noitron doesn't get that much value since the Divine Shield's like perfect, but you do get to protect your other dudes, so...
Well, Shadow Flame here actually kills a lot of creatures.
I would not Shadow Flame your 1/8 to kill.
You probably don't want to do that, but a Twilight Drake is going to come down here. Dark Bomb is going to remove the Aldor. Probably, Deuce is probably going to kill a dude because Quartermaster does not buff the Owl. One of the weird things, right? Because before JVG, you would have killed the Owl. Because
Owl,
it just,
for sure.
Now it's kind of different. Dr. Boom, though, has something to say about this. And because... Yep. Wait a minute. Oh, you're going for face here.
Yeah, he went for face. Firebat doesn't have his equality. If he had equality, this would be so sick, right? You just keep pressuring face and you have the equality consecrate for the Moltens. But he doesn't. D2 has a lot of options here. I wonder if, I think D2 has to AoE here. There's just too many creatures to remove one by one. So, if you do AoE, the boom box will explode. So I wonder if you can do something like
Whoa! Do you Hellfire? Oh, I think you Hellfire first because the Twilight Drake can soak up some damage. But what if the Twilight Drake does? No! Okay, so one bomb each, so the Twilight Drake doesn't die. So it's also good. Like the Twilight Drake is kind of soaking it, right? But there is a little chance that it could have went so wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh,
wow, he's not playing Molten Giants?
But isn't this the time to play Molten Giants?
Oh, he's gonna heal the Twilight Drake.
Oh, to extend its life.
But then one Molten.
One Molten? No, you can't Molten here. It's 3 mana.
Oh. Sorry,
huh.
yeah.
Yeah. So Consecrate is going to come down here. I mean, Firebat kind of... That weird Farseer play kind of said that, oh, I don't have Molten Giants.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool because once you equality here, then you're kind of giving up the fact that you don't really have... Maybe, it's less likely for you to have another equality Consecrate, and that might signal D2 to just storm the board with Molten Giants next turn.
Wow, that is actually...
Maybe he did... Mm-hmm. Like, maybe he wouldn't want to play it because of that, so...
Oh, wow. Wow, all these players are actually thinking one step ahead, and it's really exciting to see.
Yeah.
Enoitron gonna come down here. Maybe you could even, like, try and do something funny with Enoitron and Doomsayer?
Oh, Consecrate and Doomsayer.
Oh,
so...
preemptively Doomsayers here. Wow. How do you like that?
I like it a lot because Pally is not like Mage, right, where you can Frost Nova Doomsayer. Like, you can't wait till they have more than 7 power. And it's not like Zoo where you can drop it on turn 2, so it's really hard to get any value from Doomsayer against Handlock, right? It's like really only this turn. If there's too many minions, then they can just kill your Doomsayer easily. So this 7 against 3 is like kind of the only chance you can do it easily.
Wow, what a turn for Firebat here, stopping all Molten Giants from coming down. He's gonna draw another card here. If he draws like something like a Equality, it'll be huge. Instead it's a Cairn, so that's gonna be a little bit annoying because your opponent has like Molten Giants coming down next turn. Double bought into Shredder because...
Wow, are you surprised by that?
I kind of am and kind of aren't at the same time because you kind of set up lethal with the sword, right? You kind of really want the Shredder to get protected, but then it's not really protected with the Enoitrons.
No, what I'm asking is I would have think that Firebat is just gonna Enoitron and play Cairn, because do you really need that many Enoitron effects at once? Like one is kind of enough to taunt.
That's true, and also putting down one. You're kind of still winning with the same top decks, right? I mean, Consecrate still deals 2 damage with the sword and the Enoitron.
Yeah.
It's definitely kind of weird.
And maybe Karn is, a little bit less vulnerable to AoE to some extent.
Oh wait, what if he trusts Equality here? Oh, Jiraxis is gonna come down here before Sun Fury. That is really, really YOLO.
I think it's because D2 wants to play around Equality. This way, at least you don't die to an Equality.
Oh, how about this? A BGH.
And this is definitely signaling Firebat to just go all in here, probably.
Right. Load Fab into BGH. That is a pretty big board, if I might say. Actually, D2 has a good clear here. I mean, I would say good. You never are good with 9 mana Shadow Flame, but something.
Yeah. It's definitely possible for D2 to just die after the Shadow Flame, depending on what...
Oh, the Shredder is going to pop something out. What if it's a...
Yeah, exactly. If it's a 4-attack minion, which is possible, then it's lethal.
Okay, what 4-attack minions are there in the game?
Oh, and that is the 4-attack
Oh my god! What is this?
There's only 2 4-attack minions. Wheelhouse and Mistress of Pain, right? That 4.
Oh, no, but Succubus, you mean?
Succubus, yeah.
Oh, actually, there is one more right now. There's the one-eyed cheat. So there's actually...
Oh, yeah. Pirate. The 4-1 Pirate.
Wow!
So, yeah, that's it. The Millhouse comes out.
On the back of a Shredder.
Wow, and that was huge because I believe D2 even had the heal bot, right? So
that's right.
If there was no lethal and Firebat didn't top deck any more damage, then that game would have totally been different. Heal bot plus, Inferno plus taunt, and then it actually seems like Firebat, D2 is way ahead. So
wow. I mean, we've been calling cards left and right, Strife. Like, every time we call, like, top deck this, Shredder that, it just happens. Like, I don't know what's happening. Maybe we should just sell our prophetic powers to, like, tournament players.
Yeah.